here today because, of course, I support the Classics Department at Holloway in their struggle, but I'm here even more for the reason that I think Edith has rightly put her finger on. That it's important that we do everything we can to get the message across to administrators, to managers, to vice-chancellors and principals, that it's not their task to be bean counters, that it's not their task to be traders moving commodities around and sacking, firing and hiring left, right and centre. It is their task to promote the intellectual health of the country and to promote education and research. Now I feel I have a personal loyalty to classics at Bedford College. Two things in particular. My wife's mother studied classics at Bedford College. She was there during the war when the college had moved to Cambridge, so she studied in Cambridge, and was telling me the other day how well she remembered the tall, straight figure of Dorothy Tarrant cycling through the streets of Cambridge. And then I have a personal loyalty because I think I'm right in saying the first lecture I ever gave outside my own university was at Bedford College in its beautiful, exquisite building and gardens in Regent's Park. And unless I'm confusing it with another one I gave later, the person who invited me, the student who organised it, was Barbara Bell, who many of you will know has gone on to become an extremely active school teacher in Bristol and the writer and stalwart disseminator of Minimus. So Barbara is a graduate of Bedford Classics. Now, as has been alluded to, Bedford was founded by Elizabeth Reed in Bedford Square in 1849. That's to say, long before, well before any of the women's colleges at Oxford or Cambridge. And among those who greatly supported her and attended Bedford College in its early days was Anna Swanwick. She was born in Liverpool in 1813. She was born Agnes Hilditch, and was associated both with the foundation of Bedford College and later with the foundation of Girton and of Sunderland. So you see, she was extremely active in promoting higher education for women. She was also active in promoting education for working class girls and set up in Bloomsbury a school for working class girls. She promoted education, she promoted women's suffrage, she was, in other words, an activist, but she was also a woman of letters. She published a book with a title that I very much liked, Poets, the Interpreters of Their Age. And if we could get across to some of our bean counters that poets are the interpreters of their age, we will have achieved something. She studied in Berlin, where she studied Greek and Hebrew, and was a translator, and she particularly translated from German. She translated quite a few works of Goethe, quite a few works of Schiller, and these translations from Goethe and Schiller are still in print. But she also translated Aeschylus. She published an Oresteia in 1865, and Gladstone, William Gladstone, not knowing who this was by, sent a letter of congratulations to the publishers addressed to A. Swanwick, Esquire. But they then met and actually became great friends. She then published a complete Aeschylus in 1873, and it ran to 4 editions, and the point was that she wanted it to be accessible. She wanted it to reach a wider public. Interestingly, I think she translated the iambics, the spoken iambics of Aeschylus into black verse, and she translated the lyrics into rhyming verse. This translation, as I say, ran to 4 editions. It was widely disseminated, and it's a tribute to it that it was the official translation distributed in 1900 to accompany the Cambridge Greek play of that year, the Agamemnon. That's the year after her death. And I've just had a word with Pat about this, who's the great expert, of course, on the Cambridge Greek play, and she confirmed what I thought, which is at that stage in 1900 there were not women acting in the play, there were not women helping to organise the play. So it says quite something that Anna Swanwick's was the translation that was distributed in 1900. Well, as Edith indicates, I do actually have a copy of Anna Swanwick. I brought it in this sort of purple Russian doll backpack. And I felt I should give it proper protection. And it seems to me extraordinary that it is indeed clothed in purple. The dramas of Aeschylus, translated by Anna Swanwick, with illustrations by Flaxman, with 33 illustrations from Flaxman's Designs, London, 1873. And this was given to me for my 60th birthday by a very generous friend, and it has a friend who is performing this evening, a poet. It has an inscription in the front, but I'm too embarrassed to read that. But let me say, it also has an inscription here, Mr. and Mrs. W. Oak Manning, a tribute of friendship and esteem from Anna Swanwick, 1873. So I feel that here is Anna Swanwick's own hand inside this purple-clothed book, which I'm showing to you today, and which has also been through the hands of Tony Harrison. And I feel that in some way, an echo, a whisper of Anna Swanwick's voice may reach through this meeting, if not to the benighted principal of Royal Holloway, then to the Council of Royal Holloway, who after all do have the final word on this. And so, as I say, I hope that this meeting with Anna Swanwick's blessing will get the message through to the people who will make this final decision.